What's up, everybody? We're back on day number bling right there, and we just left Hawaii yesterday, and oh man, it was a whirlwind of a fast time there. Not enough time. Wish I could have stayed longer. Not too long because I do want to be home on time. But if you watch the live that I did while I was on duty the other night, like the home port of Pearl Harbor means so much to me, right? Where I was on my first warship, third duty station actually, but my first warship on a destroyer, and it's where I met Nikki, and it's just it's everything, right? The sign says best home port in the fleet, and yeah, it is like hands down, right? Several sailors were very impressed with it. My own Ellis too. He was super impressed. Like he was looking at it weird. I kind of shared a little bit of this in the live. If you didn't check it, when that posted, probably last month by the time I posted this, right? But anyways, so we were out on flight deck after he had gone and visited the Arizona Memorial, and after Arizona Memorial, they went over to the Missouri and visited the Missouri, and I was talking to him about it. I was like, "Yo, like, what did it make you feel, right? Like, when you walked around the museum of the Arizona, then you went to the actual memorial site. Like, what'd you feel? How'd you feel about it?" And him and several sailors I talked to and asked the same question were like, the heaviness. You could feel the weight of like walking into history, right? Into that monument, that memorial that's dedicated to the Arizona, but all of the Pearl Harbor, right? That all the survivors and the those that died that day. And he said it was it's just it's an awesome feeling. If you've been there, right? If you haven't, I hope you can go one day. Especially like those that serve in the Navy. And he didn't say he got emotional or nothing like that, but like you could just see that there's that connection. And a couple other sailors did say they got emotional, and then a couple said like they didn't think they were gonna feel it as much as they would have. But a couple did, and that's just awesome. It's good to see that. It's one like last little hope I have for the Navy and the junior sailors that come in, is that when they visit those places or hear those stories, that they can find that connection, because finding that connection to our past is what really is going to drive us to the future. And I think a lot of that connection is lost. A lot of junior sailors don't know where to find it, how to find it, or they don't care, right? 1941 is 82 years ago, right? Like, what did they care about that? That's to them 4 lifetimes from where they're at, right? It's ancient history in the textbooks to them that they read about. Okay, for someone like myself, yeah, it was 50, 60 years ago, but times change, and the speed of history changes, and everything like that. So I'm glad they went to check it out, and that they were able to find those emotions. Talking to my Ellis too about it, like he said that, and it was cool just watching him. We're out on the flight deck and watching him like look around. We're on the Mike Pier of Pearl Harbor, if you're familiar, right there. So the Bravo and the Mike Pier, they run up straight into a point at like the front of the surface side, right there by the I forget what the field is called. One field is like Micken Field or something, over towards the other side of the Desron building, or right behind the Desron building, but the field across. If you've seen Battleship where they're playing soccer, you've all seen Battleship, right? Rihanna, the best gunner mate OS FC ever, okay? Right there where her and Lieutenant were playing soccer. We were pointing ass into that, right? And you can see him like just looking around, just like, and he's like, I could do back-to-back C if I was out here. And it was like, no, don't go to shore duty. Okay, get your life in order and then get out if you want to get out, but don't go back sea just to be out here. Although his world, he's living in it, not me. So, but you can see it click. Like, probably this ain't too bad. Seeing the parking situation is better, right? I'm sure it's not great for those probably stationed there. They're like, fuck, you're right, it's not fucking good. But I'm sure that when I was there, parking situation, I never had a bad parking spot ever. I always had good parking. I had good parking right there in the front row of the Bravo Piers. I would walk out and walk I never had to, the only place I had to walk far would be like if we were in the yards and then you had to park. If you didn't get there earlier enough for one of the front lot parkings, then you had to park down that backside there. By the time I left, people were parking in the grassy areas up on the backside of that work shed. So I started parking in there too, right? Days you're riding your motorcycle, you park right up in front, and then you never have bad parking. So there's that. But that's cool. So wrap that up, back underway. And now getting, again, the seas are rough out there. They're just thrashing us, killing us. No, I shouldn't say killing us because sometimes they do. But been taking some heavy rolls and big pitches. I'll tell you that much. It was funny. I went down during lunch and seen some of the guys there, deck department guys. They're all half-mast, looking like they're wet with fire boots on. And I'm like, what the hell's going on here? I was like, what's up? And they're like, oh yeah, the folks on forward mooring on the LCS, the pointy ones, right? The Independence variant, the tri-hole ones with the Almas, fucking dumb. And the pointy nose ones, right? The forward mooring is in that pointy nose, and they got covers for the chocks where the mooring lines go out. They screw tight, right? But they didn't screw them tight enough, or Mother Sea is a bitch and popped them right off. So they had a good probably 8 inches of water in there sloshing around all over on deck, back side to side, and they had some video of it. I'm gonna see if I could get it from them, and I'll post it. And it's just like you see the bows going up and then coming down, and as soon as it's coming down, the water just splashes back in. I was like, that's interesting. So gonna be interesting. We'll see what that looks like over the next couple weeks as we transit home, and they only get worse. There's some deck drains in there, but you got a little 2-inch deck drain with slots in the top that doesn't really do shit for that much water on deck. So we'll see. Might get a little nose heavy there. Might balance things out. We'll see. Interesting stuff. Other than that, everything's on track, looking good. Get home on time. Let's see what else. Got some good topics. Everything's not gonna be for. These are just little short videos, kind of keep in touch and just let you know what's going on. Today's been Sunday, so I've been 95% in my rack, getting out every now and then, go eat, check email, email the wife a little bit, try to get some internet, look at some things. Internet's really not working. What else is new here, right? Again, still looking. That's what I'm looking. I'm trying to look at places that are for sale in San Antonio, and it just doesn't work. So I'll do that when I get home. Still thinking about doing that, as I mentioned before and earlier in the videos, right? So I'll let you know. I'll bring you along and see how it goes. I might have to make an impromptu San Antonio summer trip to go buy something, as I said before, right? And who knows? Or van life still. I don't know. Again, let me know in the comments. What do you think? Keep me posted. If you got any plugs anywhere, if you got a realtor down in San Antonio, it would be a realtor anywhere, but looking towards the Fort Sam Houston. Oh, shit, that's a roll. Fort Sam Houston side, or within bicycling distance. Again, I don't know if I mentioned this, but I'm really looking to bicycle. It'd be cool if I was close enough to bicycle. And close enough meaning no more than a 30-minute bicycle ride. I'm not sure how bike-friendly San Antonio is. That's something else I got to look up. But 30-minute bicycle ride, I think I could handle that pretty easily. I know I can handle that pretty easily. It's not that I can't. It's just time, speed, distance stuff, right? I want to be able to make it there, depending on what time work starts. The recruiting say, I can't imagine they start fucking at 7. No way. What would they be doing? This got to be a 08, 09 spot, man. If it ain't, then we need to turn it into one, right? I can't. This is shore duty. I'm trying to get my workout in at 6, take my nice time, right? So I'm trying to bicycle into the gym. If I get a good apartment that has gym services downstairs, I'll just do it there. Go upstairs, shower it up, or not even shower. Again, I'm looking for, oh God. You'd be surprised about how many places don't have showers on, and workplaces don't have showers on station. I think after a while, maybe after being in the military so much, you really look, at least I do, I want to be able to go work out during the day, even if I'm working as a civilian, right? And then go back and shower at work if I need to. So having something like that is to me, it just makes sense. What if I want to not wear my nice clothes I wear for work home, right? What if I want to? What if I got some other plans? What if I want to bring a dinner jacket? What if I just want to go to the gym afterwards? Like, is there a locker room? Can I change? Can I shower? Like, just all kinds of stuff. Like, can I shower the work day off, then get fresh and go straight from work to meeting the wife somewhere? Anything like that? It's just things I think about, right? Maybe it's because I'm just used to having the shower. Someone wants oh, hold on. Let me go. Oh, shit. I can't do it right now. I'm locked in. All right. So I'm going to do post a video for a tour of the stateroom, right? You see a good, like, 1/3 of it right here. I can't flip the camera around right now because it's recording. But, like the other, I'll just do this. Ow! I'll do this one. And then there's the door of it, right? It's tracking my face so you can't see. But if I go like that, there's the door. The door with the shoes on it is the restroom. And then back over here are the beds. And like, that's a tour. I'll do an official one, right? Ever show you my locker, how I got things set up. It's nothing special, but we'll do that before we get back. Once these seas calm down, you see that we're really kind of moving. And seas are out there, just big old rolls. It's crazy. Jets are jetting though, man. We're pushing, trying to get home. Make sure we don't run out of gas. I guess that's my job a little bit. Other than that, yeah, just look forward to getting back in the studio, in the garage studio, right? Have the boys and the wife over. And again, I've been taking notes on like different things we start talking about at work. And then maybe there'll just be a short conversation because they always get interrupted, right? And we'll start in on it and then we'll stop. And then it's like, oh, man, I'm going to come back to this. And I put it down on my notebook or on my phone. And think about, all right, this is going to be a topic when I get home. So I got, not a huge number of them, but I got a good little list of things I want to talk about there. Some of them might get a little spicy depending on who we have on board on the show. But yeah, just looking forward to it. You wouldn't be surprised. You would be not surprised how much I just want some Wi-Fi so I could download shit on my phone so I could like be a proper 21st century human. It's a sad thing to say, but I was, and even with 5, that was a roll right there, people. That was a roll. So I'm on, the phone is on the setup I have is an iPhone. It's just a 13 Pro iPhone on an Osmo DJI Osmo 6 Mobile. So it's a gimbal. It's a little stick stand with the arm that comes out, and it's all 3-motion gimbaled, and it's on a tripod. The tripod legs are like 5 inches about, right? Let me see, 5 inches. Yeah, 5 inches, and so it's a good base. But that roll just tipped it over. Oh, surprisingly, not been seasick. After we left Guam, like I said before, like I got seasick right away, like 2 days, threw it all up. And since then, haven't been seasick at all. See if things change or not. But I've been holding pretty good there. And that's about it for this one. Tomorrow we're going to come back in. Oh, I got a little project lined up. I'm going to try to do it with my sailors, see if some of the other little junior sailors want to do it. We'll do one of those like deployment Q&As. I always think of like the military movies like Jarhead. When it's like the news reporter that's like interviewing the Marines in Jarhead, and they're like, she's asking them questions or whatever, and they all got like all these different crazy wild answers. Some of them, it was like the first deployment, and they're like all scared, and the other ones are all fucking gung-ho, hoo-yah, and then some are just like they've been there before, so they know it's the one with Jamie Foxx as like the platoon sergeant or whatever, and he's just like, oh yes ma'am, just like he knows all the answers because he's been there. Like he's the old salt, and he knows how to give the proper response. And the other people are like, oh, there it was going again. It was going again. Caught it. And yeah, I'm gonna do something like that with some of the sailors. I hope I gotta get some of them on board, and then I'll put a little thing like that together and see how it goes, and post that up here. You could get to know some of the crew. Probably just the ones I like. Deck department, those guys are great. Those are my boys out there. Shout out to the chiefs that led them and taught them up. Carlos, Jesse, that's you guys. Mostly Carlos. Jesse, you're just a stepdad. You know what I'm talking about. Anyways, back over to you guys, and I'll see you tomorrow.